Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to talk to you today about recent news updates from various news sources, public information, um, about the drought that's happening in North Korea. North Korea says they're experiencing their worst drought in 100 years. The U.S. has said they're not going to send aid to North Korea. I support that decision, and I hope that South Korea follows suit, not sending aid to North Korea. Okay? Let me explain why. Okay? Here's why. The reason is because anytime aid goes to North Korea, it very rarely, if ever, reaches the general population, okay? It doesn't reach the general population. All the food goes to the elite party members who already have plenty of food as it is. The top 1% of the population. And Kim Jong-un, despite North Korea having a sugar shortage, Kim Jong-un puts sugar around his apple trees, a specialized kind of sugar to make the apple orchards near his palace to enable the apple to taste sweeter, even though North Korea is experiencing a severe sugar shortage. That's how little the North Korean leadership cares about their people. It's anytime also aid comes to North Korea, anytime aid comes there, anytime foreign aid comes to North Korea, they expel Korean-speaking aid workers. So anytime the United Nations or the United States or Japan or South Korea, anytime they send aid to North Korea, they will have Korean-speaking aid workers that accompany them. Well, North Korea always kicks out the Korean-speaking aid workers, the Korean-speaking aides. The reason being is because North Korea does not want their food to go to the general population. That's why. The Kim regime wants to stay in control. Kim Jong-un is already scared that he's going to lose control right now. That is from testimony when defectors talk to various news sources like the BBC or CNN. They report it. And because of that, they're not going to send any food to their general population. The Kim regime wants to stay in control. The government is already having trouble distributing food to the general population. They're not going to let any of that aid get to the general population, because the government rations are so little right now to the general population. They don't want the general population to get different ideas. So that's why no aid should go to North Korea unless pressure is put on them and says that we're bringing Korean-speaking aid workers with us, and the Korean-speaking aid workers are staying. And we're going to make sure that the food gets to the general population and not to the elite Communist Party members. That's what's got to be done. Also, what Kim Jong-il did, Kim Jong-un's father, he would have had a personal chef that went to Iran to get pistachios, to go to Russia to get the right kind of caviar, to have the right kind of eel, the most expensive kind of eel. This is when his people were starving. This is also, Kim Jong-il was the largest consumer or purchaser of Hennessy, and Hennessy is a very expensive liquor. This kind of stuff goes on while the regular North Korean people are starving. So the aid is not going to do any good unless it's 100% sure that it gets to the general population. But when Presidents Kim Dae-jung and Roh Moo-hyun did the sunshine policy, I personally called it a shoeshine policy because it didn't put a lot of pressure on North Korea. None of that food went to the regular population. North Korean defectors have testified to that. And it was a ton of aid that went to North Korea during that time. So, anyway, hope everybody's doing well. Take care. God bless, and bye-bye. Bye-bye.